Hey everyone, how you doing? I'm back again to show some records, as always. It's been a while since I've been on here. I think I put out a video a month now. And a lot of that has to do with, that's how often I go vinyl digging now. I don't go digging as often as I used to. Most of it has to do with me not having any room in here. I ran out of room. I know, cry me a river. That's every vinyl collector's problem, lack of space. But it sure is the reason here. So I've been spacing out my vinyl digs because of the lack of room in here. But anyway, time to show some records. I went out, but I did go out digging recently and scored some decent stuff, all used albums. So here we go. This all start with The Who joined together. This was from a tour they did in 1989. They put out a kind of a big band with them this time, with a horn section, another guitarist, a percussionist, 3 backup singers, and of course the usual cast of The Who, minus Keith Moon, of course. I used to have this on CD. Actually, I still have the CDs, but I lost the box and I lost the booklet that went with it. And the booklet really isn't anything to jump up and down about. Here's the back of it, of course. This is the set where they did the musical Tommy in its entirety, or the concept album Tommy in its entirety. And here is the book that came with it. Only a couple of pages, and it just shows band members in the band, and I've seen better booklets inside of live albums, but it's not bad. There we go, and there you go. So it has the whole Tommy done live, the whole musical or concept record done live with their big band, and I also have the VHS to go with it, and that would include all the special guest appearances from Steve Winwood and Patti LaBelle and Elton John and Billy Idol and Phil Collins. Unfortunately, they're not on this record set because I guess royalty issues or whatever, and they're all on this MCA Rainbow label. So it has the whole Tommy thing, the whole Tommy, and it also has some classic Who songs on the last record, which are really cool to listen to. I love this live album because it features one of my favorite drummers, which is Simon Phillips. He is all over this box set live recording. He's a fantastic drummer, and he does a great performances on this box set. It's a 3-record set along with the booklet. Really cool to have. I wish it had the special guest appearances. Of course, Elton John doing Pinball Wizard, but also Patti LaBelle doing the Acid Queen, which she nails it. She does a good performance of that. So, but that's not included on here. It's on the videotape. But I'm still glad to have this. Nice to have the box back again and the skinny booklet. But this is a really good live recording. Doesn't quite sound like the old Who because it's such a bigger production, a bigger band. But the music's still there, and the music's still good, so that's what I love most. Alright, this is a recent record, actually. It's a reissue. 25th anniversary of Funky Divas from In Vogue. This is the 25th anniversary reissue. This was one of my favorite albums in the 90s, early 90s. A lot of good hits coming out of here. Free Your Mind, You're Loving, Never Gonna Get It, Giving Him Something He Can Feel. Plus they do a really good reworked version of the Beatles song Yesterday. They actually put a groove to it. Sounds kind of cool. Their harmonies are amazing. These girls can sing. Man, these girls can sing. I believe they're from Oakland, California, which is not very far from here. And this was their second album, but it was my favorite one. I had the cassette back in the day and just loved it, absolutely loved it. And the whole album is good, not just the hits, so those are amazing too. There's the label. Just a really, really good album, really fun to listen to. I am so glad this is in my collection now. Absolutely love this album. And the ladies sound spectacular on this recording. Perfect harmonies. Perfect harmonies. I actually saw it in Vogue in concert once. It was for the album before this, on their debut album. And unfortunately, they only sang for like a half hour, but hey, I still enjoyed it. Plus, they're gorgeous ladies, so I'm really glad to have this, along with a 12-inch single from In Vogue, from their first album. I think the first single, too, for the song Hold On. Great song. Unfortunately, on this, it doesn't have the a cappella beginning of the song, which you can only find on the album, I guess, because it's sure ain't on here. It just goes straight to the groove. We have an extended mix of the song. And on side 2, we have instrumental version, the dub version, and all these different versions of the same song. But really cool 12-inch single. Really great song. Always loved Hold On. From their first album, which I don't have. I never had it, so maybe I should track it down. And so I can get that a cappella beginning, because, oh, when these girls sing a cappella, heaven. Just heaven. And beautiful girls to boot. So In Vogue, 12-inch single for Hold On, such a great song. Got another Genesis record, like I need any more Genesis records. As I look down here at my big stack of Genesis records, what could I possibly need, right? Well, I did find something. A Japanese pressing of their album Trespass. On this record, no Phil Collins, no Steve Hackett, but still a really good album. And you don't come across the Japanese pressing of the record very often, so might as well pull the trigger if you can. So that's the philosophy I took on, and I'm glad I did, because this is actually a really good pressing of the album. These Japanese pressings, they sound really, really good, and let me just take it out here. It's on the Charisma label. And of course, because we're talking 70s Genesis, so there's the label we must see. It just doesn't feel like a Genesis album if you don't see that label. I'm telling you. And my favorite songs on here, of course, is Looking for Someone, Stagnation, The Knife. I can't get into White Mountain. Though it doesn't sound so bad on here, but I don't know. I just can't get into White Mountain. I don't know what it is. I just never got into that song. Well, anyway, here's the insert with the lyrics and credits and yada, yada, yada. And then here's the back with more credits, all written in Japanese. So, yeah, so really cool to have that, even though I can't read it, because I can't read Japanese. But it's something you hope is still included in the record, just to make sure you got all the collectibles and inserts inside. So really cool. Good album, really good. Probably not my favorite Genesis album, but very good album. Very good album, and it was really cool to see a Japanese pressing of it. So I really feel like I got lucky on this one, and it sounds great. I put on the turntable, gave it a listen, and it sounds great. So real happy to have scored this. So Japanese pressing of Genesis Trespass. This I had to get. The Byrds Greatest Hits. You know, I'm not above getting the Greatest Hits compilation. If it's a band that you don't really collect, you kind of just want a few of the songs that you know, let's put it that way, and maybe it'll later inspire you to seek out the album. So I love the Byrds, Tambourine Man, Turn, 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 So You Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star. My Back Page is really good stuff on here. Really dig this. And what originally inspired me to buy this album, and there it is on the Columbia label, big wow, right? What originally inspired me to buy this, there was a documentary about the Vietnam War on PBS recently, and it was a 10-part documentary. Unfortunately, I didn't watch all 10 parts, because that would have been like a whole day behind watching TV, but I catch maybe 4 or 5 episodes of this documentary, and they featured the song Turn, Turn, Turn during one of the credit sequences at the end of the documentary. And whenever you see a documentary about the 60s, especially watching protest footage, Turn, Turn, Turn seems to be the song everyone loves to use, and it's effective, it works. And it worked definitely in this PBS documentary about the Vietnam War. hearing that song on my television just made me say, you know what, I should get the album. I should get the album. And when I was thumbing to the Byrds records, I just saw this really nice pressing of their greatest hits, and of course the song was after Turn, Turn, Turn was on there, and I'm really glad I got it. Classic band, of course, everyone's heard of the Byrds. I absolutely love their sound, and I really enjoy listening to this, so really glad it's in the collection. Hopefully it'll inspire me to get more records. Here's another greatest hits compilation. I doubt I'll go out and seek the individual albums, but at least the songs I do like are on here. And it's from ABBA, the singles, the first 10 years. This is a 2-record set, and this is just a track listing. I'm not that big of an ABBA fan, but I gotta admit, when you start hearing the songs, they are catchy, and they are well done, and the harmonies of the female singers, God, they sound good. You can't deny they got good voices. Maybe if the music's not your cup of tea, you gotta admit, the vocal harmonies are really nice. Here are the inserts, and of course it's on the Atlantic label. Nothing special there. but when pop music's done this good, it becomes so infectious that you can't help but like it. And I don't like every single they put out. There's some songs I can do without, but most of it I do like, especially the song Waterloo. That's probably my favorite on here. And there's the back of the other inserts. Good collection. I still have to listen to the second record. 2-record set, so I only listen to the first record because it has most of my favorite songs on here. We all heard Dancing Queen, but Waterloo really sounds cool on here. Take a Chance on Me. I like the harmonies in that song too. You know, I gotta admit, I do like ABBA. I never really cared for ABBA much, or considered myself a fan of any of their songs, but when you start hearing them all in a row, you realize, wow, they did make some good pop songs. And I remember when I was a kid growing up in the 70s, they were big. They were big. They used to have TV specials. Olivia Newton-John used to sing with them on their TV specials. And I would flip out because I was a hot chick from Greece. That's how big ABBA was. They would have their own TV specials. Cool. All right, get into some 12-inch singles here. 2 rare 12-inch singles from Prince. The first one is for the song Mountains. Love this song. Oh my God. One of my favorite Prince songs is Mountains. And nice picture of Lisa back there. So really cool. Really cool. This is the extended version of Mountains, which basically is just a big jam session at the end of the song. It goes on for like damn near 10 minutes. There's the other side. This is the B side right here. The white is the A side. Oh my God, such a good song. I felt very lucky to have found an original 12-inch single. I don't know if this is... When Prince passed away, a lot of his 12-inch singles got reissued. Most of them for the Purple Rain. I remember seeing Kiss out there. I can't remember if this one got reissued too. I'm not 100% sure. I'm thinking no, but you never know. But this is the original thing. This is from the 80s, and I'm so happy I scored this. Oh my God. And the B-side is Alexa Di Perry, if that's how you say it, whatever. Decent song, but Mountains is the killer on this one. Love this. And another rare Prince 12-inch single for the song Let's Work. This is from the Controversy album. One of my favorite songs from that album. It's just a badass funk tune. Let's Work. When I saw The Revolution a few months back in San Francisco, they did do Let's Work. They medleyed it together with Erotic City. It was cool. It was cool. I was so glad that they blew the dust off that song and performed it. And it's on the Warner Brothers label. On the B side, we have the song Gotta Stop Messing About. This is the extended version of Let's Work, which is about 8 minutes long. Pretty cool stuff. I love that old picture. This is pre-Revolution days. I think Lisa Coleman just joined the band as the keyboard player. Most of the Revolution is in there, minus Wendy on guitar. But yeah, what a band that was in the 80s. What a band. One of my favorite bands in the 80s, Princeton Revolution, though this is not quite the Revolution, but pretty close. Minus one member, but oh man, they were such a good band. Such a good band. And Let's Work is a great song. I love that song. And my eyes just went woo, boo, when I saw this in the shelves. Had to have it. That and Mountains, had to have them. And the last of the 12-inch singles, this is actually a new 12-inch single from the band OMD. It's the title track from their new album, which is The Punishment of Luxury. This is the extended mix of the song. Now that I've listened to the album, Punishment of Luxury, a lot more, I do love what I hear. It's a really good album. So if you ever see it in a store or you want to buy it online, it's worth it. It's a good album. I just got my concert ticket to see OMD in San Francisco, but that's not until March, but I'm excited because I got the ticket in the mail today, so real excited about seeing them live within a few months or so. But and there's the custom label for this 12-inch single. The extended version sounds really cool. Really cool. Really love what they did with the extended version. On the B-side, we have the single version of Punishment of Luxury and Lich. I can't pronounce that, but some rare unreleased songs on the B-side. So really cool. Really cool. And really love this song. Punishment of Luxury is a great song. The extended version is really cool. Like I said, great album, and can't wait to see them in March. So OMD. Let me show you some 45s real quick. First, I'm going to show you some 45s I got as VCLT from Chaz. They're two Marillion 45s, because on a video I said I wanted to start collecting Marillion 45s. So he got me Sugar Mice, which is this one. And I always love the artwork for Sugar Mice. Let me take it out of the sleeve so it doesn't reflect so much light. There we go. Look at that. I always love that artwork. It's cool as hell. So Sugar Mice, and the B-side we have the song Tucson, which would explain that artwork. Really cool stuff. And it's on the Capitol label. One of my favorite songs is Sugar Mice. I still remember when Dream Theater actually covered it at a concert I went to. And I was floored, like, whoa, Dream Theater's playing Marillion. Awesome. And the other one he got me was for Kaylee, the song Kaylee, 45 for that. And I can't remember what's on the B-side. Oh, Lady Nina is on the B-side. And it's and also on the Capitol label. So very, very nice. And thank you so much, Chaz, for thinking of me when you ran to these singles and picking them up for me. I really do appreciate it. So I have two 45s. Until the Dig I just recently did. Now I got number 3 for the song No One Can. This is now the Hogarth era of Marillion. Fish is out of the picture now. And really glad to have scored this 45. It's on the EMI label. So let me just spin it around here. There we go. So EMI label. Really nice, really nice, really nice. Great song too. And on the B side, or the second side, we have Cover My Eyes. Another great song from Marillion. One of my favorites to hear live, actually, is that song from the Hogarth era of the band. And they're going to be playing in America really soon, but there are no California dates. Bummer. But I did see them back in November. They were awesome. They played songs from the new album, Fear, which I really dug. So really glad to have scored that. And the last 45, The Police, Spirits in the Material World. I believe this is a English copy, a UK copy, I believe. Or a German copy, one of the two. I don't really remember. I can't see it on here right now. But great song from The Police. It's from the album Ghost in the Machine. And it is on the A&M label. Really cool, really cool. And the B-side, we have the song Low Life, which is not available on a Police record. I do believe it was, Sting covered it during his first solo tour. I think it's on this live album, Bring on the Night, if I remember correctly. But I can't remember the Police version. I'm sure I got it on a 12-inch single and heard it, but just, for the life of me, just can't remember. But, awesome. Awesome song, so really glad to have the 45 of it. Alright, that's it. That is it. That is it. That is it. That is it. We have come to the end. And, you know, I recently went digging over the weekend. I went to Berkeley, California to do some digging. And it just felt good to be back there, doing my thing, going through records and hanging out in the city, taking in the culture and the vibe and the energy of the city. It was a good day to vinyl dig. And it was a good day to hang out, too. And the weather was perfect. The drive was relaxing. I had a great time out there, and those were the records I scored from the city. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave me some comments so we can just get a little chatter going. I always enjoy that part of the video, posting videos, just to see what you guys got to say and hear from you guys again. Anyway, see you at the next one. Take care, folks.